I did. Kendrick was an example of somebody who, you know, the dots connected. You know what I'm saying? He had grinded it out on the mixtape scene in LA. You know, you got Dr. Dre in your corner. You got hot records, and you know, then you get a push from a major label, and all those dots, you know, connected. But with Kendrick, you know, I even feel Kendrick. You know, when people ask me about him, you know, I tell you this, man, he's an exception. You know, he is exceptional in many ways, as we've seen recently with him being on the Control, Big Sean's Control record.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like this kid obviously, and that's why, you know, Dr. Dre is who he is, because, you know, he saw something, and you know, Kendrick didn't let any of us down. You know what? I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. You know, in the sense, I saw how talented he was.
Right.
But you got to remember, you know, I'm a radio DJ. I'm a club DJ. You know what I'm saying? I'm a underground mixtape DJ long time ago. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hip hop dude at heart. But where I stand now in my career is playing radio records, playing club records. And you know, I don't have a problem saying that. There's a lot of people who may, you know, try to say, oh, you know, I'm hip hop this, hip hop that, and I am. You know, I came from hip hop. I'm a Run DMC, MC Shan, Marley Marl, not Marley Marl. Y'all are familiar with it. You hear that's my boy in Vegas, but the old school Marley Marl. You know what I'm saying? I could take you back to that. I'm a DJ Premier fan. I mean, I could take you back to Roxanne Shante, which is one of the first records that I played, the Roxanne song. Like I go back with hip hop. But what I do now, I'm in a world where at the time, you got to remember, Kendrick didn't have radio records. Kendrick didn't have club records, so to speak. You know, Kendrick's sound was very underground and very mixtape, and that's where he should have been. So at the time, I didn't. If somebody would have came up to me, and it's funny because I hear DJs and I hear, you know, other producers, I hear record label people, and they say, oh man, you know, we always knew Kendrick. You know, I don't believe that. You know, I don't believe that. I think that a lot of people feel the same way I do, where it was like, you know, man, this is crazy. You know, I think with Kendrick, what happened again was, I would hear his records, and I'm like, man, this kid can spit. You know, this kid is incredible. And then when Dre, I think Dre was able to take it to a whole nother level. The TDE camp was prepared for the opportunity that came about, yeah. and it was just everything coming together at the right time, and it made for a good situation for Kendrick. Like it was everywhere, crazy. But of course here, you know, that's our guy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, me personally, I can tell you when I heard it, you know, of course I was like, oh shit, it's about to go down. Yeah. But and it did go down in a real way. You know, I think Kendrick owned that song. He bodied that song. And it's not a diss to Sean or to Jay Electronic. I think he just, a lot of it was just the fact that he bodied those lyrics, he spit, and it did help that he threw a couple things out there, the King of New York thing, and obviously dropping the other MCs' names. All those things come together. You're listening to that song going, oh shit, what's about to happen here? But at the same time, I knew that there wasn't going to be a problem so much with those artists. You know what I'm saying? It was more of a competition thing, but the King of New York thing was that line. It just really had me as what the hell is going to come from this? What is going to happen here? I'm thinking of all these New York, MCs that are just, they're running to the microphone right now. Right. And that's exactly what happened. And to my knowledge, to date, nobody's really come back with something that was so significant that it's caused a reaction. I heard Papoose's verse.
What'd you think?
I think that it's Papoose doing what he should have done. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like your homeboy getting knocked out. In this case, or your homeboy getting threatened. You should be there to help defend the homies. You know what I mean? And he saw that somebody was picking on his homie, and I think that to a certain degree, like, that should have excited every MC in New York. Every MC should have been trying to body that situation. And if you weren't, then you were either scared, you didn't want to be what you perceive as the typical MC that was doing, or you just didn't have anything to say about it or didn't care enough. Matter of fact, I'll even go as far as to say, if you weren't a New York MC, that should have made you want to run and do something. Maybe not directed toward Kendrick, but that shit excited me. You know what I'm saying? It excited me to the point where I was like, man, what would I say? What would I say if I was an MC from New York, especially if I was from New York? What would I say? So in my opinion, it was a great thing for hip hop. It was exciting. You know what I'm saying? And then there's that fine line of being exciting, having exciting things happen in the world of hip hop without it going, overboard.
I'm competing against not just who's hot right now, who's trendy right now. I'm competing against the whole canon of music. Like, when I think about the greats like Big Daddy Kane and Rakim, they still in my top 10. Kendrick Lamar's creeping up into my top 10, but he only put out one official album and a couple mixtapes.
But Drake hit me up and was like, yo, I think people misconstrued in this tweet I just tweeted, because he didn't hear about what I did and said about my release party. He was like, yo, you did rip that song. And he was like, yo, I think he said that line was from an intro on his album or something, so.